how thrived is memory care? Why the small home concept? Why not big building with tons of rooms for people with dementia?
Yeah, so in a memory care environment, and first of all, I think there's a lot of right ways to do that, and there's a lot of people whose heart is in providing a great opportunity there. But what's interesting as an owner and operator of large senior living communities is I actually don't think the best outcome for dementia residents is in a large senior living community environment. The absolute best outcome is in a small home somewhere with dedicated care teams that may even live on site. And there's a number of reasons for that I'll get to. The problem with that business model, though, is it's not very scalable and it can be very unreliable because you don't have the support around it. You don't have a commercial kitchen that services it. There's not the administrative load kind of taken off of that team. So what we've created here is sort of the best of both worlds. We've broken our memory care communities down into smaller pods or smaller houses within a larger building. And so we've got a dedicated team that takes care of a small number of residents. And if you go through the dementia process, and we've had to learn a lot about this over the years, at least I have, the fewer human beings that you interact with on a daily basis, the more secure you feel. And it's just common sense. It's easier to learn the names and to kind of retain the names and faces of fewer people. It's less disruptive to a resident if there's 2, 3, maybe 4 caregivers kind of in and out of their life than if there's 20, depending on shift schedules and a large memory care environment. And so one element of it is reducing the number of people that you interact with so you can really get to know and have deep relationships with the people that are providing the care. And then the other one's very practical. Things like dining, things like activities are always better and always less chaotic in a small environment. And so here and at some other Thrive locations, we've managed to kind of break that memory care element down into these smaller homes and really operate what's essentially a small house memory care, but in a beautiful large building environment. And the administrative load, the commercial kitchen load, the having a dedicated housekeeping staff, all of that exist on a commercial scale that you just can't get in a true small house.
I've never heard it said that way because you might say, well, they're in isolation and there's locks on the doors. Like, no, that actually makes sense. Like having too many social interactions would be confusing for them.
It is. It's a chaotic environment, and the more calm and the fewer people that we can create in that environment is better.